Baby, one thing about me, I'm gonna use Klarna. Split that shit up. I don't give a damn if it costs 25 cents. Charge me 5 cents every 2 weeks. Bye.
I wonder if she has an emergency savings account. Probably not. If you guys haven't been living underneath a rock, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Doordash is now allowing you to have fast food layaway. Yeah, that's right. You can use the Buy Now, Pay Later app Klarna on your Doordash purchases. You know, when I saw this, I looked at it, I said, this can't be. Are you telling me that they are allowing you to break up large fries into 4 easy payments? And it can't be that people will be this foolish to go ahead and use an app like that.
Stop it. Get some help.
But you know me, I have receipts. But we're gonna jump right into it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And also to have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter. It is completely free. How can you beat that? You can't. And if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys. Let's not waste any time and let's jump straight into this so you guys can see this ridiculousness.
Welcome back to ABC News Live. First, Doordash has a new payment option for your takeout. The food delivery service is teaming up with the Buy Now, Pay Later company Klarna. The new partnership will give customers the option to buy in full or create a payment plan.
Diane, it's another option that you can click to pay for your meals. So you can either pay in full when you check out, you can split the payments into 4 installments, which is interest-free, or you can pay later at a more convenient time, for example, when you get your paycheck. It is worth noting that Klarna, partnering with Doordash takes up 67% of the market share when it comes to food delivery, and Klarna is about to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. So this partnership gives Klarna an opportunity to up their stock price. Diane, here's the thing. You're taking out a loan to order food, to deliver food. So it's easy to make impulse purchases when you don't have to pay for it right away. But remember, Klarna will make money off you when you don't pay your balance on time.
See, here's the funny thing. For whatever reason, people believe that,
wow, I'm taking advantage of Klarna. I'm going to be able to win this game between Klarna.
Klarna knows what it's doing. Klarna knows that if you're splitting an $11 Chipotle burrito, that you're gonna probably add more into the cart. Not only spending more because you're spending so low, let's just say it's $5 each. Actually, it's less than that, $3. $3 and some change. Now you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this side. You know what? I'm gonna do double steak. You know what? I'm gonna do XYZ. Let me tell you what, Klarna isn't in the business of doing this and making no money. So the 4 split payments, if they're going into an IPO, what does that tell you? Most people fail that test. Most people fail the 4 payments of no interest. Because let me tell you what, if you miss one of those payments, the interest shoots up to 19%, all the way up to 33, 40%, just in late payment fees. Klarna is, in the next couple of weeks, doing an IPO, getting onto the stock exchange, which tells you, when you look at their balance sheet, they're making money on the 4 payment, no interest debt trap, because that's what it is. A debt trap.
Use your common sense.
On their website, they have an example. So let's say you buy something for $500. Obviously, you're not going to pay that for food delivery, but just in general, you could do the 4 interest-free payments, paid every 2 weeks. You're not going to pay anything extra. But if you want to break it up into 6 monthly payments, you're going to be charged 19.99% APR, so interest, meaning you're going to pay an extra $29.56 to not pay it off immediately. It is so critical you look at the fine print, and Klarna also said they might charge someone up to 33.99% APR.
You know the funny thing about this? The funny thing about this is that I forewarned everybody about this. I let people know that these buy now, pay later places and credit card companies, that it was gonna get easier and easier for credit. And I said that to you guys. I said, just watch out for this. Why is this? Because a lot of companies say, this is the time that we need to take advantage of individuals. They were living a lifestyle that they couldn't afford. And we all understand that it's a lot harder to come back down off of that lifestyle. So when they don't have the income, what is the one thing they're gonna use to spend to keep that lifestyle? Credit cards. payments.
I'll do anything. I'll do whatever it takes to...
And if you don't believe buying fast food every single day, buying a fast food for lunch every single day is not part of a lifestyle, you're crazy. You crazy. Because a lot of people believe taking your lunch is too good for them. Taking a lunch to save money, thousands of dollars, $10,000 worth of credit card debt in Popeye's chicken. They prefer to do that than to take their lunch. It's because their lifestyle is too good for that. Are you kidding me? Taking a lunch to work to save money? That ain't for me.
Awkward. So awkward.
But I know what you're saying. You're saying, Orlando, there's no way there's people who actually love this Carter, who love paying 4 easy payments, who love splitting a large Coke into 4 easy non-interest payments that they're going to pay interest on. We all know this. We all know this. Let's be clear, because a lot of these guys will tell you, just because you split something into 4 easy payments does not mean that you have any financial issues at all. But I can tell you, people who have their finances in check aren't splitting a large Coke, a Chipotle burrito into 4 non-interest. They just pay for it right then and there.
Fact.
You're splitting up a $10 item, maybe a $5 item, into 4 easy non-interest payments that turn into interest. And these people will argue up and down.
I'm financially secure. I'm financially stable.
No, you're not.
This is a hill I will die on, and I know my people are out there. I don't care if something is $1 or $100. If Klarna and Afterpay are options at checkout, I'm gonna use them. I will 25-cent myself to death. I really don't care.
Look at that. See, that's the one side of it, where someone thinks, oh, it's just harmless fun, no biggie, I'll 25-cent myself to death. But here's the reality. That's exactly what happens. I'm glad you said that, because that's what happens with the snowball debt. That's what happens when it's, 25 cents, $1, $5. Again, if you have to break up your things into 4 payments, you probably shouldn't buy it. If you can't buy a $1 item without splitting up into 4s, you probably shouldn't buy it. Here's the other side of the coin. When you thought that, oh, it was no problem, I was splitting up into 4s just because I could make the whole payments, but I just was being cheap. I was just splitting up into 4s so I would have extra money to do what I wanted to do, which is another key factor of you don't have the money.
Okay, let me tell you today that I really suggest everyone should stay away from Affirm and Klarna and Afterpay. I have so many payments coming out constantly that I'm just going to pay these off and shut it all down, because it'll make you broke, okay? I owe a lot. It's ridiculous. I just take it away from me. So I'm going to tell you what I owe. So with Affirm, I actually owe $3,623.88. With Klarna, I owe $1,133.55. With Afterpay, I had to shut it down so I could make monthly payments, so I only owe $151. And with Capital One, I have a credit card, Capital One, I owe $314.56. I have a Barclay card, I owe $3,780.45. I have an American Express card, I owe $1,130.06. So that's a grand total of $10,133.50. So yeah, I owe a lot. So I'm going to stop. After I pay all this off, I'm not going to be charging anything. Okay.
See, this is interesting because this is a person who thought what the other girls thought in the video said earlier, where they thought to themselves,
I could easily make these payments. There's no way that this all is going to catch up with me. No way. No way.
And then what happened? She's $10,000 in debt. See, what a lot of you guys don't understand is that you guys will go onto Doordash, and not only are you paying for higher priced items, because let's be real, Doordash upcharges on the food. So if the burger normally costs $10, on DoorDash it's going to be $15. Did you hear what I said? So you're paying more for said item, fast food, chicken sandwich, a Big Mac, a Whopper. Instead of spending a value meal of going there and spending $12, $13, you're now going to spend on DoorDash $22. And then let's not even talk about all of the taxes, local taxes, the app fee, the delivery fee, all that other stuff. At the end of the day, you come out at $35 for an item that was $10 to $11.
You've been bamboozled.
And then you're going to divide that up. You're going to divide that up into 4 payments. Tell me this is not real. Yes, we all see the pie graph on the end of your credit card statement or your Klarna statement. And the pie is all red and it says restaurants. You have spent $15,000 on fast food debt. It's crazy, right? It's diabolical.
When I use Klarna, I make 4 payments. It makes me pay what I'm paying for. If it's $100, I pay 4 payments of $25. This is why you should never use Klarna or Affirm unless you have the money. What you're thinking is, okay, it's only $100 and I'm only paying $25 for 4 payments, right? Except what that tells me is not only do you not have the money for that $100, you have a bad spending habit. So this isn't a one-time thing. If it's a one-time thing, that's different. But unfortunately for a lot of people, once they start seeing I can finance everything, it becomes a habit of I'm Klarnaing this, I'm affirming that. So watch this. So imagine I have these monthly subscriptions, right? So that's already $45 plus 14, $59. Then I did a Klarna Pay in 4 of $20. I did another one as well because I went to Walmart, and this one was Target. And then I did another Klarna Pay in 4, and lastly I did an Affirm $50 for 3 months. Instead of paying just $20 for the 4 months, even though yes, Klarna might not charge you the interest, you're being robbed for 4 months or for 3 months or for that time frame instead of just paying it at once. Affirm does charge you interest. So instead of saving up for something you want, you're putting yourself in debt for something that's $100. You owe this to someone for that amount of weeks instead of being one and done. If it's something you want, save up for it. If it's something you need, that's different, and that's why you have an emergency fund. But like I said, a lot of the times for people, this is not a one and done deal. They don't just do the $20 a month. They do multiple purchases, and they end up owing to Klarna and to Affirm hundreds of dollars a month for one purchase, but it's multiple purchases added up. So yeah, you did a Pay in 4, but you did it 5 times. So instead of paying $20 a month, you're really paying $100, $200, even $300 a month instead of saving up for what you want. That's why this is dangerous. I've personally used Klarna and Affirm, and if you use it responsibly, it's not that big a deal. But a lot of people get into this habit of thinking, oh, it's only $20. And that's when things start to add up.
And I get it, what she's doing. She's doing a lot of disclaimers. Oh, if you have the money, if you had the money, you wouldn't use this. Let's say that again. If you have the money, you wouldn't use this.
Yes. 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 Again. Yes. Yes. Say it again. Yes.
Imagine having to save up for a large fry. Save up for a large fry. Ma'am, sir, get off the app. If you have to save up for a large Coke, and the only way you can buy it is to divide it by 4, disintegrate the app. Matter of fact, throw the phone away. I get it, but I'm not going to mince words here. Most people who use this don't have the money. Most people who use this don't have an emergency savings account. Most people who use this aren't going to listen to you anyway.
Don't be a fool.
In the nicest way possible, if Klarna, Affirm, Zip, Afterpay, Flex, Uplift are not for you, please scroll from my video. The video wasn't meant for you, obviously. I don't care how much money I have in my bank account. If I can split that baby in 4s, I'm going to do it. Why do I have to put $500 down right now when I can split that baby up? I can divide it into 4s. I don't care if the Disney tickets are $140. If I can go on PayPal and put it in 4s, I'm going to do that. You want to know why? Because it's my money. Oh. And if you're so worried about how I spend my money, you can Zelle me the full amount and we don't even have to have this discussion. Get the f*** off my video if it's not for you. I'm helping other people that may not know about what's going on. It's their responsibility how they use their money. So carry on.
Thank you.
See, this is who you guys are getting your financial advice from. You guys are getting your financial advice from someone who is telling you,
Do the 4 split payment, no interest plan.
that's the financial advice that you guys are getting from someone. And people come to me and say, Orlando, why? Why this? Why that? Why do you say this? Why do you say that? Are these people, no one's actually doing this. No one's actually giving advice. Like, you just saw it here. You just saw this lady say, if I want to tell people about this hidden program, hidden? Secret? Let people know to use 4 and 4. I don't care. Sounds like she's living beyond her means. If you have to divide, let me just say this easy as I can. If you have to divide things into 4 payments, you can't afford it. It's just that easy.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
At the end of the day, I think you guys need to remember that as the economy goes down, things will get easier and easier to put you in these debt traps, right? These situations where things are more convenient, but they cost more. Let me say that again. Things are more convenient, but they cost more. You believe that they're giving you money to extend a bridge for you to continue your lifestyle, but it's really a bridge into a bucket that you won't be able to crawl out of. It's a hole that you will not be able to dig yourself out of. It's a bridge that will take you to a place that you may not be able to get yourself out of unless you file bankruptcy or there's some other financial destruction that happens in your life. And that's what I'm trying to avoid people in while this economy is going down, while you're trying to save for a new house. How will you be able to do any of this if you're spending $5,000 to $10,000 on Klarna fast food layaway? You won't. That's my point. You won't. Matter of fact, you'll probably spend all of the money that you have in your savings account on paying them back so that you don't have bad credit that comes along with it. But then you will be eating up your down payment that you're trying to use to buy the new house that you've been waiting on, or any other big purchase that you're saving up for your life. So anyway, guys, if you like information like this, please sign up for my Patreon. We talk about stuff like this in detail, and I also do exclusive videos over there. And also, too, thank you for dealing with the video. I'm losing my voice and I'm just getting it back. I appreciate you sticking that out with me, but you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.